Hi there, this is Tiana Camacho, and you are listening to 3 Black Geeks.
Come on, how about a good old nigger work song?
Remember back in 1989 when we got old Western movies?
Chris, you cannot casually just say diggity.
I said diggity every day.
I thought it was dickity.
Diggity.
Diggity.
I thought it was. I don't know.
We're talking today, folks. We're changing up the pace here. We're talking to Westerns, and we're not talking about the 90s Westerns. We're talking about 1969 Westerns. This is right before we started hitting into the 70s. We're talking about the Wild Bunch.
And this isn't just this is not just your typical Western, this town ain't big enough for the two of us type of Westerns. This is some frontier shit.
We're talking about a movie that number one, it influenced modern day action. It was the start of one of the most gruesome movies in terms of showing people getting killed and bloody and all that stuff, which Wild Bunch crawled for Predator to walk.
Listen, Predator, Scarface, a bunch of movies.
But it was also during the time, not even just during the time where they didn't have like movies that had no blood in it and nothing like that. Around about the late 60s, there was this kind of readiness for them to show, titties on screen and stuff like that. Like, come on, let's grow up. I think really what happened was a lot of the porn theaters probably said, hey, if they can cover it up, we can make it more of a mature audience to see this and all the rest of that shit. And back then it didn't really hurt the box office back then. But still, those type of movies were starting to get bigger, man, more risque, as it were. You know what I mean? And this was also on the eras, what we say, the later years of what we will call big Hollywood movies. Those big Cecil B. DeMille movies where it's like 5 billion extras in the background and shit. You know what I mean? These sweeping. This would be like we're kind of coming down to these not so much big movies, but all of these good directors at this point, like doing movies like at that. We're at that little age right now, right around the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, 69. So, and the thing of it is, the Wild
around
Bunch,
that time, yeah.
One of the things that it does, and we've seen this trope in a lot of movies, is that the Wild Bunch takes place in 1913, and we've seen this in samurai movies where it's the end of one period going into the modern era, where it's like samurais are a bygone era, and we're getting cars and guns and all this shit. And
technically, this is actually considered a vigilante movie.
Yeah. And the thing of it is there's different themes. One of the themes is we're coming out of, and Pirates of the Caribbean touched on this too. It's the end of the outlaw era. We're
also, it's kind of funny that you just said the end of eras. Guess what these movies were based off of? They was based off the old samurai movies. All those old samurai movies were either the end of the Shingoku era, the end of the Meiji era, or the end of one of the bears where all the old not the Edo era. That would be the I just learned yesterday the new Yakuza game, the Yakuza game, that the samurai game they got, right? That's actually based off of the thing that started the whole the Meiji era in the first place.
Oh, nice.
That's the whole story behind that shit. I'm like, I knew that. Being a fucking nerd that I am, I knew that shit.
But
it's kind of interesting that that's what we're doing right here. Yeah, so,
because it's
we're just copying what they know.
Because we've seen movies where it's like, the old person that's part of a different era. And in this instance, it's the end of the outlaw era. It's the end of outlaws being on horses and riding the towns, robbing people,
that post Civil War era.
Yeah, we haven't hit like World War I yet, but we're getting there.
They're just about to because in this movie there are Germans there. Germans in the middle of Mexico. And you're probably saying that doesn't make any sense. And I'll say, you don't know history, do you? You really don't know how really don't know how the world works. back then, did you, nigga? But whatever. It's all.
I mean, and it's interesting seeing it because you have these group of outlaws and you have the group of bounty hunters, and the group of bounty hunters are kind of reminiscent of everything kind of changing in the world, where these outlaws, they're getting one last score so they can retire off on the homestead and shit. And
me and Betty.
Technically, hold on. Chris, I'm so glad you said that. Go for one last score so they can retire.
On silver, by the way. Silver.
On silver. Well, no, at the time it was silver, but the actual last score, they're getting paid $10,000 in gold.
Yeah.
But get this shit. When Pike, the main outlaw, said that I want to go for one last score and back off. Now, when he said that, shout outs to Cabby from Escape from New York, played by Ernest. Ernest
Borgnine?
Yeah, Ernest Borgnine. He's like,
big,
he said
those big old cheeks and that big old gap.
He said, and I quote, "Back off and do what? Do you got anything lined up?" That pregnant pause from Pike, my man really had nothing.
Because his idea was just like, I'm going to get the money and just fuck off somewhere. That's it.
I'm like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your share of the last big score?
Go home and be a preacher?
In 1913. How long is that going to hold? Really, how long does that last?
Go home, build a church, and be a preacher. Done.
You're going to go to Kansas.
Go to Canada.
Lock the church doors. If they move, bless them.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, look.
Yo,
I've played.
Make it easy, nigga.
I played too much Red Dead.
I love
Red
William
Dead
Holden. He was awesome.
I played so much Red Dead 2, but watching this movie, I'm like, I like how the bounty hunters, after the failed attempt of the game, them having that big, giant shootout of a game, which, by the way, if this was like modern day and a gang robbed a bank, it'll be reminiscent of Heat, because Heat is inspired by this.
Yeah.
This was definitely Heat.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing I liked about it was that even though it was just niggas with rifles, it wasn't like, you know, we had snipers.
Well, they had modern day guns too, because you saw the pistols.
Yeah, I saw the pistols, and that threw me off. I'm like, why are
I got 13.
And that's what threw me off.
Gentlemen, I got to paint the picture for y'all.
Go ahead.
I want y'all to understand something. In the first 10 minutes of this movie, we are seeing colonizers enjoying the best time of their lives being colonizers, right?
But how to do well? It's a glorious day here, and the Lord has blessed all of us beautiful, beautiful white people.
We got a whole marching band coming in, and then you got,
ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to the most corniest, non-seasoned song ever. Go on.
This scene.
This song tuned and it doesn't make any sense, but God bless us. And by the way, there are no niggers in this movie. Not one nigger is in this movie.
Like I said,
this is back in the day before affirmative action.
Like I said, dude, this is back. This is an entire town of white people enjoying being white.
I mean, think about it.
Now,
not a nigga inside.
Now, all of that. Now, while all this is happening, unbeknownst to them, and the symbolism with the fire ants and the scorpion, I still question that to this day.
Well, Aris,
but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. While all this is happening, we got the law posted up on rooftops. We got the outlaws going into a bank. We're delivered the first line of the movie that set the tone for the rest of the movie, which was, if they move, kill them. Bro, how is it that if you are not if you're not the bounty hunters or the outlaws, you're pretty much an NPC because everybody got murdered. It went from everybody, it went from cool to anybody can get it like that.
Now I want to bring something up for before we, because I'm about to describe the chaos, but I want to bring something up. There's a scene later on in the movie where there's a machine gun that goes off in the middle of a crowd. Now this crowd are full of Mexicans. None of the Mexicans died.
Also,
a couple of them, hold on. A couple of them did, but in comparison to all these white folk,
we saw a full massacre.
I'm just saying. When this skin tone here, bam. I'm just saying, when the instincts, nigga, duck.
Also,
move out. These white folks scrambled, bumped into each other. And here's the worst part about it. I felt bad because the first person they threw out the old banker. Lit
the fuck up.
They throw this dude up. First off, my man falls out the bank, rolls down the steps, then falls down that little. There's it's like a drop. I know that's where you put your horses at, but it's like a drop. So he hits the drop. He gets up. Bop, 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 bop. Like, come on, man. This dude woke up. He was mad that he didn't have the oatmeal was cold this morning, man. He had big problems. Big problems.
He had to open on a Friday.
He almost opened late though.
My thing though.
He almost opened late. See, he was there though.
But my thing is this though. So bounty hunters, y'all don't know how to just fucking lay low. Why the fuck your guns pointing up?
Bro, the guns pointed up.
I was like, these dumb motherfuckers. I'm like, bruh. And then as soon as he saw the guns, he's like, hey, looked outside. He looked up. He saw that. It's like,
it's Pike.
Yeah, he's here.
No, sorry, it's Thornton. Deke Thornton. That's him. How much of a tell is that when you know that this ragtag group of bounty hunters that you rolling with have such a tell that you know who it is? Like, oh shit, hold up, that's crazy, Larry. That nigga Thornton with us.
I know how. Okay, because I was asking myself the actual question throughout the movie, and what hit me was when he showed how Thornton and Pike, had their breaking up because Pike wasn't listening to this motherfucker, and somebody got the drop on him. Set his ass up. You know what I mean? So here's the thing to get me. At this point, that's my boy. All right, Eris, that's you. You're Thornton. I'm Pike. That's Eris. How you know that? See them motherfuckers up there? Yeah. Eris don't pay nobody. And he done got these cheap ass niggas to do.
These motherfuckers want to get paid.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm just using that for example.
You're using that.
Eris gets quality, people. First off, Eris gets quality. But I just needed an example.
But see, you're saying that, but after that big ass fucking disaster of a fucking shootout, the fact that the guy wasn't going to pay them, and one of them was like, oh, come on, I'm not hungry. Can you just give us some money for some alcohol? And I'm like, nigga, I want food, not fucking alcohol, nigga.
I got to tell you.
My man said, I will happily take the beer money.
I want beer money.
Mr. Pack and Paul, if you can hear me down in if you can hear me in director hell, I don't know. Heaven, I don't know where you at, nigga. First off, no, I don't know what I don't know what religious affiliation he is. But anyway, I'm just saying, Mr. Pack and Paul, I got one question. I got one thing to say. Thank you. Because I really thought those two drunk dudes was going to be in the whole movie.
Oh, no.
God dang it. Look, give it to me. No, it's mine. I'm going to be the most shooting dude. I like, if they are in the whole movie, I'm going to be so pissed. No, they were barely there. Thank you, Jesus.
We were only presented the first 10 minutes of pure, authentic frontier gibberish.
I would say this. The one line that I love out of this movie, I think it came from Pike when he sat there and said, because I mentioned the whole theme of the end of the era, right? I like this. The line that he said was like, we've got to start thinking beyond our guns. Those days are closing fast.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is full of cowboy poetry and full of old man Logan speak. So there's a whole lot of this movie.
Now I did want to point out.
No country for old men dying type.
I did want to point out
aging
when the gunfight goes off, bro. Everybody is running around with 1 HP because all it took was one bullet. One bullet drops everybody. We go from happy White Town to this.
It's like sat there.
I'm sorry, Eris. You said one bullet. No, put that back up. Put that back
said
up.
1 HP.
You said one bullet. Look at my man down there with that's 8 ketchup stains, dude. Come on, man.
It is.
This was on some.
Hold on, but bear in mind, this is outlaws and bounty hunters. You know for a fact everybody's gonna be gun happy.
This was on some
trigger happy.
This is on some Soldier Boy. Yeah, I saw them on there. Bow, bow, bow,
bow. Lady in Dress came out. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow.
Bro,
saw a preacher man.
Everybody could get it.
I saw Pike.
Bacon. Bow, bow, bow.
I saw Pike, and I said, "Damn, I know him." Bow, bow, bow.
No, Chris, you got that wrong. You got that wrong. I saw Pike. I said, "Damn, that's him." I didn't shoot him.
No. I said, "Damn, that's him." So I took the gun. Click. Shit, nigga got lucky.
Yo,
he would have said that.
As you hear clanking, it's like, what the fuck is that clanking noise? Oh, my bad. Let me get this shit off my neck real quick.
I gotta say this. Fuck y'all. That's the one reason why I love rappers in chains. Because every now and then, if you hear like the best Lil Wayne freestyles is when you hear him freestyle, you hear the click in his chains. It's like, this nigga going.
But I would say this: out of everybody out of that group, I love Dutch because Dutch, his whole thing was loyalty.
Bro, he was Bob. He was Bob for the Joker.
Yeah, it was his loyalty. It was like, hey, look, man, we're not going to betray our own people for money. Like we're gonna do this. Like, because at one point in the movie, fucking Angel fucked up, and they're like, well, do we leave him with the general? Nah, we gotta get him. I fucking hate the motherfucker. We gotta get him.
Yeah. I hate him and his shit kicker stogies.
First off, don't say shit kicker because it reminds me of that shit in Kill Bill 2.
That's what I'm doing.
That man looked at him and was like, you and your fucking shit kicker hat
at home. Keep that
shit at home.
While we're here, while we're on that, next year, everybody, we're going to do 2 Tarantino movies. Which ones? We don't know. But D is hoping that we do the one that contains this line. You shut your lying nigga lips up. I really, really want to do that. But we got to find out if we're going to do are we going to do Pulp Fiction next year? Are we going to do Kill Bill? Maybe God gonna love us when we do Reservoir Dogs, and then we do Hateful Eight. I don't know.
Or you know, hold up. I mean, I'm just mad you skipped over the greatest line ever. Do I look like a dead nigga stories to you?
Yes.
Classic.
Like I said,
very eloquent there, Chris.
Yeah,
you know, Chris. It's moments like this. It's moments like this where I am glad that I know that you're going to nail some of the Bart lines that I'm going to have you say when we do Blazing Saddles. Oh yeah, we got a little. That's going to be fun when we do Blazing Saddles, y'all, next year. But yeah, anyway. So
also, side note, I had D laughing one time when I said Biden looking at Obama like ditto. Because that line indicates every time Obama did something awesome.
Joe, we gotta understand. Joe, this is important for the country. Country got to understand that we got to be behind them all the way. Us as Americans got to be there for their homes. They're the homeless, the starving. We got to be there for them. We got to be out for them, and we have to do that. And we have to be strong and have to let them know that America is always behind them. You know, Biden did that several times.
So,
First off, hey, can we talk about how reckless Angel's goofy ass was in this fucking movie?
No,
Listen,
actually,
no,
no,
hold on. Let me.
No. I'm waiting. What was it going to say? What's Eric going to say?
Well, I was going to say, since you brought that up, Chris, Angel's goofiness really came from his recklessness and anger, because he goes back to his village. He brings the guys back to he brings the whole team of outlaws back to his village, and he finds out, oh, shit went down. The general took over. General Mapache has ransacked the place, killed his father, and he thought his girl, his woman, did they molest her? Old man is telling him she went willingly.
So is this
by the way, movie. Shout out, hey, Sam Peckinpah, shout out. You put all that dirt on that white man to make him look Mexican. Thank you for that.
Hey,
in fact,
I like to say for the record. Oh, go ahead. Let you continue.
I was gonna say, in fact, when he said she went willingly, I said, bro, she ain't your girl no more, man. That is General Steal Your Girl.
I like to point out
she is for the streets, my friend.
She is for the dirt roads.
I like to point out one Def Jam Vendetta.
Now you better just get a Tecate man to sit down, man. You didn't even.
She's for the mountain trail, Holmes.
Def Jam Vendetta took this subplot with your creative character's girlfriend going to D-Mob. Hate to say it.
First of all, that was Christine Milian.
Christine Milian willingly went to D-Mob. Willingly.
In my scenario, hold on. Let me speak for 70% of our fan base. You mean Kimora Lee Simmons? I know our fan base. I know our goddamn.
What? Nobody went.
Hold on. And before. No errors. And before they think they slick, hey, all the lesbian girls that laughing. Why y'all laughing? We talking about y'all too.
Nah, mine was Shauna.
I'm saying nobody went for homegirl. Nobody went for homegirl that was a professional pool player.
See.
I did the second go round. What was her name? Like Jamie or something
I forgot her name, but I remember.
Shauna the first time. Second time it was Carmel Electra. So I was like, all right.
Me was Shauna. The second time was
no. Second time it was Lil' Kim. My bad. Second time was Lil' Kim.
I never get Lil' Kim. I got to be honest with you. Look. I understand why certain people like Lil' Kim in certain eras and all the rest of that. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what Lil' Kim ever looked like. I don't know what her true face ever looked like. So I never
this was wait a minute era Lil' Kim when she did that song with Ray.
Was that before Candy Shop? Was that before the
before Candy Shop? It was before Candy Shop.
All right. This was after.
This was 2004 when we still had a chance.
Yeah, we had a chance.
No. We still had a chance of saving her.
Yeah.
Oh, and this was right after How Many Licks, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I hated how plastic everything looked at her on that point. Like, look, like I said, she was never cute to me, but I agree with you, Eris. We had a chance.
It was right there in our faces.
All of a sudden, look, hey, how y'all like getting blamed for her being the way she is? It's because of y'all made her do that because she never had faith in herself.
The way I pulled the Uncle Phil, we
I have no election for the event in question.
Dog, it's like y'all just hating on Lil' Kim because yada yada, and y'all was so mean to her. Who was y'all? Everybody was. Do you know how many girls used to make fun of Lil' Kim because of that dumb story about her getting her stomach pumped because she sucks so many niggas' dicks? Y'all remember that dumb story that everybody heard, man? Everybody heard a different variation of that story too, by the way.
Just as dumb as apparently Sierra was a dude. It's stupid.
Girls started that shit. You know that, right? Girls started that shit.
So right? They saw that chick pop locking and dancing her ass off. Fuck that bitch. She can dance.
And she got that little deep little dent in her neck, and they was like, that's an Adam's apple.
But
Angel, I felt bad for her, man. You come in, your girl goes to the general.
Like I said, he goes fully reckless. At this point, he's like, "Hey, yo, fuck the mission, fuck the last score. I want all these motherfuckers dead."
Boy,
I'm like, dude, you are going after you're going after a woman who doesn't even want you. Seriously. This is looking at you and saying no.
But D,
All right, look.
Eris,
Actually, Eris, put that picture back up. You know what I see? You know what I see? That's a woman that had to suck the most nastiest, stankiest, uncircumcised dick, and she's not going back.
But guys, here's the
look
thing.
Look at those eyes. Nah, baby, not Poppy. We're done.
It's not just that she went to the general.
She ran from this to this.
But hold on. But see, here's the thing:
the accuracy, bruh.
You're bringing that up, but you neglect to bring out the balling ass car the general got.
Oh, I know.
That is an Oldsmobile 7,
bro. That is that is a 14.
Man's had a car. And
he got the next year model. It's 1913. This is the 1914.
Got the 1914 model.
Eris. He's Mexican. That's an 09. Don't do that shit.
I know.
1909. Okay.
1909.
All right, Eris.
I'm just saying he's a general. So
all right, y'all. Now it's time for 3 Black Geeks to be the true niggas that they are. Hey, yo, Eris. Look at the rims down, bro.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I actually like them rims, nigga. I actually do.
Yo, matte black.
They are matte black. If you like this, thank you. The spoke jokes.
Here's the kicker. He has an old ass Model T collecting dust in the back.
He does.
You know, look, dog. You just know, y'all. Hey, y'all just know there's an old ass Ghetto Boy CD in the back of that.
Hey, I like folks to understand something, man. When I bought Gran Turismo 3 was on the PS2, right? Or was it 4? No, 4.
I think it was.
4.
No.
Gran Turismo 4.
3 was on PS2. 3 was the first one on PS2.
Yeah, 3. I remember losing my mind that you could actually buy the Model T. Like it was something so groundbreaking, and then realizing the Model T is like slow as fuck.
The Model T and the DeLorean were the two most disappointing cars I have ever bought in Gran Turismo. That is to this day getting that motherfucking that DeLorean. I thought I had it. No.
You raced. We tried to. It is so disappointing racing the DeLorean on the Tokyo Route 5 fucking stage. Never again.
So guys, I wanted to ask y'all a question. This was actually going back to the first gunfight in the first 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. The last one that was left behind, which was a Crazy Lee, Mr. I kill him now. Yeah, by the way, there's at least 2 or 3 moments where they repeat the line over and over again.
And that was
welcome to the 60s.
So
had those stats out.
So I wanted to ask y'all, after he got shot 3 times by the bounty hunters, each bounty hunter got 1 hit off of him, and somehow he had 1 HP of health, that magic pixel, right? My man falls over, no cells getting shot, leans up against the wall, looks at Thornton and goes, well, how would you like to kiss my sister Black Cat's ass? Gentlemen, I just want to ask y'all. I know this is 1969, but in your mind, has that insult ever worked?
Never has.
But hold on, I got a theory. See, he was he was loading that. As he was saying that, he was loading up what we like to call in Call of Duty Last Stand, because he murked all 3 of the dudes that shot him.
I mean,
how do you? You one-shot the guys that took you down. It took the 3 of you to put him down. He's still alive, and he still killed all 3 of you.
Well, Eris, as you know, rapists and pedophiles are very hard to kill. So that's what really happens. You know, that's the first thing that we have to take into account. Second of all, who knew that the plot armor that Pike had? By the way, Pike survived at least 7 shots before he really, ate it. But we'll get to that later. But look, I didn't know why did they give him plot armor for those last 3 kills? Here's the best part. You know, there was a kid back in the day that modeled his whole personality around that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I just want to throw that out there, y'all. I'm sorry I had to be dark, but
I like how
y'all live in this world too.
I think there are certain injuries in the old West that I would never want to get. My man got fucking capped in the fucking face and can't see, and he had to get mercy killed.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, honest with you guys. If y'all get shot in the face or shot in the dick, I'm killing y'all. That's it. That's
See,
all.
nowadays, today, you get shot in the face. Yeah, you might be able to get saved.
No, I'm killing you, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm killing you, dog. I can't let you go that way.
Technology has come a long way today, D.
I can't, Pike. I can't do it.
All right,
I can't ride.
Pike did not. First off, I love the fact that Pike didn't hesitate to kill him, but also I like how sarcastic Dutch got. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a funeral for him and everything.
Well, we had a choir too, and some hymns. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know who
Ernest Borgnine
is, if y'all don't know who Ernest Borgnine is, I need y'all to get on fucking Wikipedia right now. Look at that dude.
My man,
Ernest Borgnine, ladies and gentlemen, will go down as one of the greatest actors ever. Why, D? I don't know why. Actually, everybody. I think it's more personality, but I think he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. By the way, but yeah,
gotta be honest with you. Ernest Borgnine, at least as a kid, all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah. The episode of The Simpsons for me where he walked out the bathroom. Hey, Kish, how you doing?
Also, shout out to him being Mermaid Man and SpongeBob.
Oh God, what was the line? There was a line I heard actually the other day. My son was watching SpongeBob, but I heard him say something. I died laughing. Something about shitting himself. But
Also, Pinky and the Brain.
What are you doing, Pinky and the Brain?
I think he played the father of not Elvira. It was one of the parents that got. I forgot what episode it was, but I knew his voice because one of the kids got Pinky and the Brain as a pet. And he played like a nameless father that you just hear the voice. I was like, is that Ernest Borgnine? Holy shit, it is him.
Ernest Borgnine had been around up until July 8th of 2012. He was 95 when he went.
That's an old man.
I forgot that he went like in this almost the last 10 years, man. Yeah.
But you want to know, for a movie that was made in 1969, some of these people are still alive.
I just find it funny that he did what every old actor does and stuff, make the rounds on TV on Murder, She Wrote and Magnum P.I. and all those staple shows.
Well, that was actually interesting because that did come out from Angela Lansbury, that the reason why you saw all those old people in Hollywood show up on the show was because she was like, no, we all from the same fucking fraternity. Y'all got jobs on my show. And
just like
and she was responsible for some people getting their career revitalized.
What's his face? Diagnosis Murder Dude. He got Angela Lansbury on his show. Got all the old actors on the show.
Fucking Van Dyke. Van Dyke did the same thing.
Yep.
Dick Van Dyke did the exact same thing. They both did the same thing.
Dude,
also, Dick Van Dyke was also one of those other white guys like, well, you call him a nigger. I don't call him a nigger, but I just wanted him. I just want him here because that's what I demand.
Hey Chris, Murder She Wrote, Murder She Wrote and Perry Mason got together, they would solve every crime on earth.
Man, look. As a kid,
wasn't there a Matlock Murder She Wrote crossover one time?
I don't know.
I need Matlock. I needed Matlock, Perry Mason, and Murder She Wrote.
All I know is
that would be the Expendables.
This is how I show my age.
Matlock, like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. All of a sudden, I know how. You look over there. Yo, turn to ABC, nigga. Turn to ABC, nigga.
This is how old I am, man. The way my eyes lit up when I saw Angela Lansbury on Diagnosis Murder, I was like, oh my God, Murder, She Wrote. I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this.
Hey, all right, hey, yeah, Malik. Hey, you, Malik in the background. What you want to say? Hey, what y'all talking about when James Avery showed up on Family Matters? Yeah. All right. Anyway, y'all.
Touched by an Angel, you see. Had
Touched by
Ernest
an Angel.
Borgnine. Yeah, Ernest Borgnine was actually in Touched by an Angel. I like that.
Man.
That's great.
Ernest Borgnine, but yeah, I didn't know that he was. I forgot that he was around that long though, man.
But Dutch is the guy that you want as a friend. Like he's there through thick and thin. And like I said, when they were like, I guess we got to go to Angel.
Hey, D. Dutch was Dutch was Chi-Chi from Scarface.
Wait. Now I got a question. All right, because I didn't look up nothing yet. Eris, was Angel also Angel in Scarface? Because that nigga looked just like him. Too.
Jamie Sanchez.
I know that's not the same dude, but he's like, I was like,
nah.
I was like, they ain't the same nigga. I know they ain't the same nigga. That'd be hilarious.
Even though his name,
I didn't even look at.
However, he was in a he was in a Pacino movie. He was in Carlito's Way.
Actually, I know him from 2 movies. We did one, Invasion USA.
Invasion USA.
Castillo. But he was in another movie that I love, and God bless, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Serpico.
You know what? That's another old movie.
Uncredited, by the way.
It's
uncredited. Pacino fucked his ass up in that fucking precinct.
Serpico might get touched by us one day. I won't know. The only reason I say that is because we're going to do
what? Look at our pigment. We have to talk about corrupt cops.
I think we have to, because we're going to talk about Dirty Harry.
And he's still alive,
year,
by the way, Chris.
Good for him.
Alive. He retired back in 2011, but he's still alive.
Cool.
So I gotta ask. I really gotta ask y'all. Put yourself in Angel's position.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go? I mean, would you do the same thing that he did? I get it. You're mad at the general for coming through to your village, ruining everything, killing your father, taking your girl. You trying to get some get back, or are you gonna do what Pike had told him to do from the beginning? Take the L and move on.
In the in the words of the Lord and Savior Future, she for the streets.
Now, I get him trying to justify the get back for, by wanting to steal the weapons because they were tasked with the job of robbing a train.
16 cases full of weapons. Now, I like how Pike justifies it by saying, look,
we're going to need some equipment, bro.
We'll give the general 15 of them, and we'll give one to the rebels fighting against the general. He will never know, because we can just say that, hey, we lost one, fine, whatever, and that's that. Which you think that would be perfect, and stuff. But I do like
good
on paper, but I like the execution of how they stole it and stuff, because it's like when they decouple the train.
Mm-hmm.
That whole sequence of them doing it quietly, because again, Pike's boy is on the train and everybody's asleep, and he's like, shh, and they're trying to decouple it and shit. I was like, God damn, like this is tense as hell.
Do you know what show I got that same vibe from that damn near did the same thing?
Which show?
Breaking Bad.
I'm trying to think, what season was it?
The 5th season. When they they stole the methamphetamine from off the train.
Yeah.
They legit stopped a whole train just so they can get enough time to steal, what was it, like 10 or 20 gallons worth of methamphetamine.
Yep.
And then when I see it in this movie, I'm like, wow, so that I would like to imagine that Vincent Gilligan was inspired by this scene, because they came in clean and quiet.
I just like how Pike had the foresight to sit there and blow up the fucking bridge when they got across the border. I was like, genius, fucking genius. I would have did the same shit.
But I think even Pike was looking at Angel like, bro, you use a little too much explosive.
sir, there is no such thing as too much. All right,
because you took out the entire bridge.
Hey, there is no such thing as too much, man. That shit gotta go. It gotta go.
Like, look, these guys are gonna be on our ass. I lit the fuse. Y'all better run.
I mean, but I like it though, because it's like, because bear in mind, folks, this movie is very long, but like, I just like the build up to that whole them plotting out how to go to the train and stuff, and just again. They gotta literally haul ass to the Mexican border with 16 fucking crates of damn ammunition. That's crazy.
Yep. 16 crates full of weapons.
Hold
on. While dodging the U.S., not just bullets, but you're also dodging the U.S. Army.
That's a lot. That is a lot. I mean, nowadays you could probably dodge the cops in stashed off somewhere. But back then, you're on a train and they're on horses, and the train ain't going but so fast.
And there's only so many different paths to certain cities that you can go to.
Supposed to follow the train, CJ.
There's also two. I really felt like they had their backs against the wall on this one, because it's we either steal the weapons from the army, and we can go about this in two ways. We can be like, listen, we were never able to get the weapons and just keep the weapons for ourselves. But then you're talking about dealing with the Mexican Federale army.
Oh yeah.
You got two different armies that are after your ass. Because remember when they went to go do the drop, or they thought about doing the drop, and the Federale show up, and Pike, who was about that life, pulls out a stick of dynamite and says, "You know what this is? Ah, you're very smart, man."
Very good, my friend. Very good, gringos.
He's like, "You damn gringos."
Only thing missing
I'm
was
so sick of you white motherfuckers.
only thing missing was wow, you the man. I like you.
Well, it was pretty much on that point, because dude comes in talking about, we are all friends. We're all friends.
Pure Colombia, my friend.
I swear, man.
That looked
Like,
the only thing that was
you know what? Hispanic folks historically always talk about portrayals in Hollywood. I gotta imagine there was some Hispanics that saw this movie was like,
here we go.
We ain't like this, man.
I know there's like, oh boy, they were like how did y'all like I said,
they played that. I want folks. Hold on for a minute, folks. I want you to understand this. They played that song in every Chi-Chi's restaurant in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And my fucking goober young ass thought that was a legit thing, and not realizing how Hispanic folks hated that shit.
It's so centralized to like one portion of Spanish people that like that. Now, and I'm not saying the band music they don't like. Oh, they love that shit. But that shit that's grandma shit. Like nobody listens to it.
Every Chi-Chi's restaurant in this area played that shit as soon as you came in. I was like, oh man, boy.
But here's the thing. What was I gonna say? But what gets me is not only that, is that how did y'all like the huge amount of white people that were just got brown stuff thrown on their face just to play Mexican? That was pretty sharp of you, Hollywood. That was I want to argue it. I'm just saying.
Be another day that ends in Y, sir.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah. Especially back then. And I always
I think we talked about that before with a lot of actors in the 60s and even 70s where they browned them up to be Native American, or
we're gonna touch on that. Actually, we're gonna touch on that next year when we talk about Tropic Thunder and when we talk about Blazing Saddles. Both of them had those type of jokes in there about brown face and that shit.
I gotta ask y'all this question too. This is a fish out of water situation, at least in my opinion. One Commander Moore, who is a German military advisor, the fuck is he doing in Mexico?
This is where it gets funny, y'all. See, the Germans.
You have to put it on the tripod.
So you have to understand, y'all. The Germans were everywhere. Especially about that, they had the little businesses out there, they had like lots of beer businesses, and also the Germans wanted to take over the world at the time, but they really didn't have the resources. But look, the point is this: conquest. I
mean, listen,
the conquest. This is before Hitler showed up, so there was only a little bit of racism.
Listen, D. This guy just simply had one request. He wanted to obtain samples of America's armaments. That's why he wanted the weapons. And the reward was just a cache of gold coins. Now, bear in mind, you came from a very, very botched heist where all you ran away with was legit oversized washers.
Yeah.
That shit's worth 35 cents.
Not even 35 cents. That shit was barely 10 cents worth.
It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
D, let me tell you something. Old Man Sykes was like my favorite character.
It's like
I swear to God, man.
just as useless as fucking crypto now.
Man,
Zing!
that dude. Hey, man, look. I felt bad for. All right, Chris. Our boy Patrick, right? About 4 days ago, he was like, "Oh shit, Lewis Hamilton's sponsorship's about to go." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, it was FTX, and I was like, "Oh, crypto's crashing that bad." He's like, "D, where have you been?" Like, no, let me make it very clear. I thought crypto bust his kneecap thing. You know, everybody was losing their money. I didn't know that everybody was losing their money.
Dude, here's the writing on the wall here. Shaq is a guy that will shekel money for anybody. The fact that he didn't sign the FTX should have told you everything you need to know about that company.
Bro, the fact that 30 billion worth of 30 billion in crypto just got gone.
Here's the thing that got me. When crypto lost its rights to the stadium, the first thing that I thought of was the salad and somebody pissing in it. And fortune favors the bold.
Fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave.
Fortune favors.
Speaking of which,
it was silver washing.
Reese Witherspoon's in. Are you in?
Speaking of which, I think I'm a guy. You know, all three of us.
I was gonna drink something.
All three of us drink in some way, shape, or form.
Oh God, yeah.
I hate how old westerns make drinking hard liquor like it's drinking water. Because if you gave me a bottle of Jameson and told me to drink this shit like water, I will look at you in your face and say, "Go fuck yourself." Ain't no way.
It goes into Hollywood lying to people.
Chris,
That's Hollywood. That's classic Hollywood lying to folks.
Chris, understand that was the purest whiskey that they were drinking.
And also, Chris, that's kind of unfair. That's kind of unfair because
steel liver shit.
But and also, Eric Chris, you forget. This is 1969. All of those people that was on screen served in the military in some type of way and fought in the fucking war, especially Ernest fucking Borgnine, who was who was actually in the Navy during the war. Yeah, and I know he's McHale's Navy and shit like that, but no, he was actually in the Navy. So I'm just saying, those are a different breed of motherfucking white men right there. That's much like you ever look much like. A better example for all y'all. Look at the jail scene in South Central. We don't make niggas like that no more. We don't make black men like that no more. They stopped making white men like that breed around about 1944.
You have to redefine that, D, because that implies that all three of us are soft. And I know we're not soft and stuff. We can definitely stand up for our own. So when you say about the breed of men, what do you mean? You gotta specify this.
Well, right? What I mean?
Yeah,
all right, Chris. No offense to none of us. We're smaller than the previous generation of black men, just smaller. I mean,
but we fight dirty though, so that offsets.
No, Chris. This ain't about me fighting no strength. This just means they look like they all were ready for a plantation. Our generation of black men don't look that way.
Enough.
For whatever reason.
Fair enough, because
just don't.
You know what, D? You're right, because it goes into that joke that I made about how.
Thank you, Aaron. Look, I'm serious. Look at the nigga. Look. Good example, y'all. Good example for all three of us. If Hilton could look like that, he just need to do push-ups for a week. I'm just
look. All of us don't look like we're about to hit 40. But then if you look at my dad back in the day, he looked like he could be 40. But
man, Glenn Plummer in that movie was like 31 years old. He looked like he was 46.
Shit.
Drink water.
Nigga had an 8-pack looking like R-Truth.
Looking like this.
Word of advice. Word of advice. Like word of advice.
Drink water.
Ladies and gentlemen, drink water.
Drink water.
Alkaline is the future.
First off, I'm gonna need you to kiss my ass. I'm mad alkaline turned into a thing in water now, and I didn't even know that. I just my black ass drinking brittle water, filtered water, and I'm thinking I'm good. All of a sudden, alkaline in water.
I'm mad that my big sister, God rest her soul, told everybody that in 2004. 2014 come around, alkaline in y'all water, motherfucker. My big sister, I told y'all niggas.
She drinking water. Told you.
God rest my soul. My sister was drunk. My sister was drunk all the time. Anyway.
Hey, all I'm saying is, men, drink lots of water for the ladies' sake. They're begging you to drink water. All right.
Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. Eat a lot of fruit. And if you want to be an asshole, drink Sprite. Just drink Sprite. Be a dick. If you want to be a dick, drink Sprite. And I heard only the real ones would go, yeah, baby.
Sprite. No idea how Sprite became the black drink, but it is.
Look, that's but going back.
Look, Sprite marketed to niggas when they were 4 years old.
It's like for some reason,
man, every NBA game. Sprite.
What gets me about the old West movies, it's like for some reason alcohol, like that, like when old boy said at the beginning, well, can I at least get some beer money? It's like, all right, no food, but you want beer money. Like, all right, cool. I guess beer quenches your hunger. I guess.
Yeah, it kind of does because of the barley that's in it. Yada yada yada. It kind of does keep you from dying. Technically, no, for real, it actually really does.
Dude, don't say barley because now it feels like you're a white dude that makes his own beer. Like I get my hops from the store.
No, this is what happened. No, Chris, this is what happens.
And I worked at a liquor store and I didn't even pay attention
Chris,
to that shit.
Hey, Chris, this is what happens when you watch a lot of documentaries when Netflix first comes out. You know, I watched a lot of stupid documentaries. In 2012 to 2015, I was your Huckleberry nigga. I don't got it in me no more to watch a documentary.
Red Dead had, you know what, Eris? I gotta give you props for bringing us to this movie because I feel playing lots of Red Dead and Red Dead 2 has prepped me for liking this movie even more. Yeah. Because like Red Dead 2 is inspired by this movie big time as well. Dead serious.
This is, and like I said, this is one of my personal favorite movies.
Like the fact that the director really, like he pushed for the violence in this movie. He really was like, no. Like at one point, apparently, like he said, like during one they were going through production and they had the squibs for the blood.
Mm-hmm.
The director, number one, didn't like the fact that the squibs didn't show the brutality of the blood leaking out. But two, he was the one that pushed for, hey, I do not want all the guns sounding the same. When shotguns shoot, I want the shotguns to sound like a fucking shotgun. When that pistol shoots, I want the 9mm to shoot like a fucking 9mm. When the 6 shoot, he wanted all of them had a different sound, which I thought was smart because that's something that makes sense. It's attention to detail.
Yeah, no. And it's kind of funny that attention to detail does not go in every fucking movie like that. Some directors are very meticulous where they will say shit like that. And Peckinpah was known for that shit. He was actually known for a motherfucker that was like, he was very good at his work, but it was like at the same time, he was like, no, that needs to be there. That needs to be there. Mm-hmm. The one thing, like, and you said prepare for this movie. For me, I've been around Westerns since
same here.
I got since I've been around my wife because my father-in-law, that's all the fuck he ever watched.
You didn't have no grandparents that watched it.
Hey,
just Bonanza.
Get y'all. Get this shit. Chris, you mentioned the like the whole thing with the squibs, right?
Mm-hmm.
To show you how much of a perfectionist that Peckinpah was, during the gunfight, he screams out, "That's not what I want. That's not what I want." He goes and grabs a real revolver, shoots it at a wall, which stunned the shit out of everybody. And he said, "That's the effect I want." You pulled out a real blicky and fired it at a wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warner Brothers has stories on how crazy a lot of these directors and how serious they
That's
was.
perfection.
A lot of these directors would push for all these boundaries to be pushed, and once they started doing all that, it actually kind of fell apart in the early 80s, around 81, where they started where the studios started shutting down, letting these directors have freedom like they used to. This was in the thick of it, where if you got Peckinpah, you got this. If you got God, I forgot that motherfucker's name. They got me all those doomy and gloomy movies back then. But if you got fucking Kubrick, you got this certain type of work. So yeah, you had these certain directors that were meticulous like that back in the day, man.
I also got to point out this too, and you know me, I'm a production fanatic, so. By the time they had finished they finished shooting the movie, Peckinpah shot 333,000 feet of film.
Which is how many hours of film?
How many hours of film? Jesus.
Whoo, that sounds like 7 hours of film, nigga. That sounds like 10.
It was several. That had to be several hours.
Because the average film nowadays, if you're filming a movie
with
your assembly cut for your film is 4 to 4.5, sometimes 5 hours tops.
And get this, like it was that amount of feet.
And he cut that down to 2.5 hours.
That amount of feet of film over the course of 1,288 camera setups. Now, both Lombardo and Peckinpah stayed in Mexico for 6 months editing the movie, and after the initial cuts. The opening gunfight sequence, just the opening gunfight, ran for 21 minutes.
He got 2.5. I mean, damn.
And by cutting frames from specific parts and intercutting,
you can tell there was a lot. And
there was a lot of cuts.
There was a lot of cuts. Not what we say jump cuts. A lot, but you've seen them in the action scenes in these movies. Yeah. That first scene, the last one, even the one where when Angel shot Homegirl and they started, there was all that chaos going around. You saw a lot of these quick cuts that they did. You can tell that they had like several different camera setups. All right, action. All right, action. All right, action. Move the cameras. All right, action. Oh God.
I mean, it was like I said, it was like the initial gunfight was 21 minutes long. They managed to cut that shit down to just 5 minutes. I want to know what got cut.
Now, here's the funny thing now, and I saw how they did it. For John Wick, they had to be meticulous with their fight scenes. They were like every punch went a certain way, every kick went a certain way. Here's the funny thing. What they did with John Wick, they put in the same amount of detail that Peckinpah put in that same type of. It's funny how that goes in filmmaking. But what they did was they trimmed everything down so they could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's to me is a lot harder than doing the same take 80 different times. To me that's a lot worse to me, man, because you have to get your timing right, man. And you try to do these, and you know how Hollywood is now. They try to one shot as much as they can. They can one shot it good. Let's one shot it 3 more times, like 4 more times and 4 different angles. If we can do that, we get it. And it's a lot less, but it's still the same amount of fucking manpower and work. It's weird, man.
I mean, I just like how the general pulled the, again, trope that we see in plenty of movies, including one Game of Thrones. We'll let your friend go if you come out.
Bro, first of all, I got to talk about that scene.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all went back for Angel. Y'all knew they were
no. Because get this,
loyalty,
definitely loyalty. But get this shit. See, first of all, it was oh God, I'm trying to remember her. What's her face's name? Yeah, it was it was Teresa. Now, who was the former lover of Angel, and the general already knew that the double cross was coming. The general knew that, y'all actually kept one case of the weapons and gave it to the rebels. So Angel tries to run. He gets caught, of course, taken back, gets beaten, humiliated. Dude gets tied to the damn car and drugged through the street. I'm sorry, that's just pure humiliation. At this point, dude, just kill him.
Getting dragged by a car too.
Yes. Slow dragging, by the way. Getting slow dragged in the middle of that village by a car.
The worst. Worst.
Now, when Pike and the others, they decide to go back and get him because I'm gonna say, what's that sound? Anyway, they decide to go back in and get Angel because, again, loyalty. And real talk, it was because even though he played it out and didn't snitch either, Angel didn't even snitch and say, hey, they was, he could have easily stopped and said, hey, look, Dutch was in on it too. He agreed to it.
Just a dry ass snitch right there.
He could have dry snitched him, but no, he kept his word. The same as Thornton did which was a moment that that Pike mentioned, that Thornton kept his word at the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
So they decide to go back and try to. They wanted to. Yeah, they said, listen, we're going to take one thing of gold and bury the rest of it.
Yeah,
we'll
kind
come
of
back.
basically they were going to piecemeal the stuff out to the general. Essentially.
Well, they were just going to make an offering. Like,
well, I remember they initially said they were going to piecemeal the weapons out to the general over time.
No, they did. That was the weapons, but I'm talking.
Yeah.
That was the initial set of weapons that they were going to give away, not the set that they gave to the rebels.
Okay.
They were trying to piecemeal it out because, real talk, dude. God, like, for the love of God, take one look at this guy. You tell me you trust that.
Again, smelly, uncircumcised penis, Chris.
This man, you know for a fact that the double cross was coming. Pike smelt that shit from a mile away.
And that and all the liquor he been drinking. That nigga was twisted.
Can I say that even though the general and the whole Federale tried to tell them, listen, you don't want Angel back. Look at this. He's in no condition to go back to anybody. Mm-hmm. Listen, why don't you go into town and enjoy yourself? We got tons of women. So they were like, fuck it. Why not? They really thought that smashing a bunch of
no.
Yeah. Hold up. They really thought smashing a bunch of they really thought smashing a bunch of 1969 3s and 4s in a brothel, mind you.
Hey man, real talk. Shout out to I don't want to say Consuelo. That's too easy. Shout out to Gabrielle with the big junks, man. And my man was like, yeah, so we married now.
No, I was going to say shout out to Gloria. She's the one who spoke not a word of anything in the movie and got engaged.
Yeah.
Gloria.
But
Gloria.
Yes. But get this.
Eris. Here's the fucked up part. And they're right. And like, yeah. Actually, my name is Wendy Gabblehart. What? Yeah. That's the makeup and the nose. Oh my god!
But what happened to your nose?
But get this.
Damn you, old Hollywood.
But get this. So even after all of that, even even after being in a brothel, it ain't enough. Your boy.
I'm sorry, being in the brothel.
Seriously, being in the brothel just wasn't enough. Pike saw too much symbolism. Apparently, too much symbolism going on. Way too much symbolism that he just turns to the crew and just simply says, "Let's go." I knew right away, some shit was about to go down.
Dude, if you would have told me...
Oh, damn, the leader said something stoic. Let's go, y'all.
If you would have told me that this was going to net result in the Pike and them going out in a blaze of glory of death, I would have been like, didn't see that coming.
Bro.
How did you?
No. See, hold on.
Damn, we going down. No. All right, go ahead.
No, all of this could have been avoided if the general just gave Angel back.
But the thing of it is,
fuck Angel, man.
What
I'm sorry. I'm with the general.
Is that the general's death warrant was signed because as soon as he slit Angel's throat, it was a wrap. He got killed the rest of his men are shell shocked, like the fuck.
Dude, that initial shock was great. Everybody was stunned.
Which basically was pretty much like, +5 on attack for them to get lit up by bullets because it was like
No, because the funny part was the German. I'm looking back at the German. If I was like, "Yo, dude, you should have just turned around, exit stage left." They looked at you.
You ain't lying,
dude. More
Just ate that bullet, and then after that, all hell breaks loose.
You ain't lying right there. Right as soon as they killed everybody. So seems that the general is dead. So das is good. The Germans will see you later. Hey man, put the gun down, man. Go ahead, chill, nigga.
What gets me though is I like how the fight was so bloody. I feel bad for Thornton a little bit because he gets there and he's like, "The fuck?
I ain't got shit to do."
I got because you guys got to.
I went all the way to Mexico trying to look for this nigga.
Y'all got to point out something here. They got liquored up. Again, the box had to been trash for them to say we're going back and getting Angel, and if we don't get him, we're killing everybody.
Actually, I don't think they had sex that night. I don't know why you think they did.
No
ain't
sex.
Nobody bang. Ain't nobody.
No. It was frustrated banging. That's what they were doing. At least at least for Pike, it was frustration banging.
What angry plowing with? No. You know what did it for him? You know what? Pike was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home. Fuck this shit, man.
No, because
you know what? I got my money. All of a sudden, he looked aside. Where?
Symbolism.
That's all. That's all the symbolism I need.
Time to die.
D Shaw, 3 Black Geeks, Mr. Peck and Paul, and I got a question. The Lombardo, one of y'all, the fuck? No, what does that mean? What? New beginnings? What? I don't know. What?
Dude, he smashed.
Do it for the kids?
Do it for the kids. Hey, Pike love the kids.
Help me.
Listen, Pike love the kids, all right?
I believe the children
are our future. Teaching well and
but really think about this. You smashed the girl in the brothel. She got a baby in the corner.
Hey, Aaron, saw the baby in the corner. Hey, you know what to do? What would you do if you guys at home crying out?
Swear to God, that fucking song.
No. He saw the baby on the ground. I know I can't. What I want to be.
Nah, he saw no. It was the real. Lord. No, it was the real one that played. Okay, who's Mike?
Nah, who was it?
No, but anyway, the real song played, bro.
What?
I heard Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. It's a damn shame. The girl can hardly spell a name.
Brenda's got.
Oh yeah, that was Brenda's got a baby because
my one cousin in the background went for that, didn't he?
Actually,
no. This is how you know that shit was not going right because not only was Pike frustrated, he's overhearing his two homeboys arguing over a 2-for-1 deal.
Meanwhile, Dutch is.
Nigga said a 2-for-1.
Meanwhile,
hey man, look, man, she ain't trying to do one. Look. I want to go in the head, and this dude want to do in the armpit. Now, look, see the girls.
Meanwhile, Dutch is
the street would do it. I don't know why y'all think y'all too good.
Dutch is in the sweet embrace of a chick with this playing in the background.
Every time I close my eyes.
I am so damn soft.
I'm deleting that shit next show. What? Hey, where my JoJo song go? I took it.
Don't take greatness.
Man,
Coked out JoJo.
Look, Chris. Pike should have never gave that nigga the gun to keep the gun on those people inside the bank. All right, so I'm doing the same thing in this case.
I mean, first of all, you knew for a fact that they had the advantage on their hands because nobody counted on them uncovering a machine gun.
Nah, they really didn't.
It did.
In 1913.
I guess just not even on that shipment. They was not even expecting that gun to be on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the German was like, I heard you got a machine gun. I do believe the deal was for a cat 16 16 cases of weapons, not machine guns.
Machine guns were kind of like the I win button back then.
They were, especially that particular one, dude. That was a war. That was a war level.
I mean, technically, it's still I win button today, but you know.
But that back then,
back
those
then,
man. No, back then, especially that was the kind that was used in the Mexican American War. Yeah, those.
I mean, look, we saw the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and Watanabe. They got lit up by them shits. I'm like, well, you know, him and
well, that's what you get for trying to gentrify Japan.
Well, and
that's
also,
not true, but that's the way D felt.
And also, old boy from Rurouni Kenshin, his boys got lit up by that shit too.
Oh, and Samurai X, where they try to duck on them niggas, they got ate up by them cannons. Here's the thing: I know something about Japanese weaponry and shit like that. The Japanese didn't have no good guns until about 1909. I'm dead serious about that too. Anyway,
4 years before this movie, great.
But we gotta talk about this, this gunfight. Shit was wild. Like, for the better part of at least 8 minutes. God, what is somebody's
that's
mic.
Chris. Hey, Chris, hit mute real quick. Static X motherfucker. I knew it. Anyway,
I don't hear nothing. That's the thing.
You wouldn't hear it. Of course you wouldn't hear it. I'm not even being funny with you not hearing it shit. It's coming from your end, so you will not hear it. We would hear it.
It's the cord. It's gotta be
probably the headphones. Probably the headphones.
Well, it's a different headphones. I could switch them out.
This probably is.
Mute and do that. Please.
Try mute and do that.
So anyway,
I could have said it was a sexiness, but he wouldn't even believe that shit.
Thank you, Chris.
I like that.
But get this though. Get this. All hell breaks loose. We got guns coming in from every direction, bullets flying everywhere. Everybody, once again, this is anybody can get it. Part 2.
Nigga, people are falling out of the sky. That's the best part about this.
People falling out of the sky.
You just see bodies falling out of the sky, bro.
No, did you like how the prostitute who was hiding up against the wall?
You know what he did? I'm sorry.
She gave a nod.
Do you like how the prostitute? I need you to recognize how you started that sentence. Hey, y'all, do you like how the prostitute
sucked that dick in the middle of the battlefield? It was crazy.
Hey man, did you see how he came out there and the girl in the belt?
No, hear me out. She's posted up against the wall, and she just gives that nod like, "Yo, mirror." And Pike just shoots the mirror. There was a guy behind the mirror, and then 2 seconds later, she pulls out the blicky and shoots him.
Just saying, man, that man was just like, that dude literally sat there and didn't see that shit coming.
He didn't.
I mean, anytime you get a movie, and again, this is a staple of every movie where the unsuspecting woman pulls out a fucking gun and kills somebody.
But she was quick with that shit. Like, what? Bitch. You didn't say that, bitch.
But at the same time, I had to get mad at her incompetence because you're that close and all you got was a damn pop on the shoulder.
I always like how they always do this shit. Hit somebody in the shoulder, vaguely in the ass. Always some shit like that. Flesh wound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it was with him. He goes, flesh wound. Turns around, 1 shot, 1 kill. She gets murdered.
So that's how you do it, Maria.
Maria, I love it, bro.
You're fucking racist. My name is Lupita.
The big moment, because you knew something was in store for that machine gun. As soon as one of the outlaws got on the machine gun and unloaded, this thing had infinite ammo. He just unloads on all of the federales. I'm seeing bodies just get dropped.
But the thing they always But the thing that video games always have lied to us is that, yeah, you can't get shot if you have a machine gun like that in front of you.
I mean, no shield. There was no shield.
No shield, nothing. No, you can get hit.
You
One
out
good
in the
person
open.
pop. Come on, man. A Nathan Drake shot got your ass, nigga. Come on. I'm
Very
just being
true.
honest with you.
Hold on. No. It was worse. A child soldier shot you.
God, man, you got Waco Kid, nigga.
Bruh, yes,
You got Waco Kid. You got Waco Kidded. Kidded.
Yo, shout outs to Pepe for popping this nigga with accuracy.
Why they gotta be fucking Pepe? God damn it.
Man, yeah, you're fucking racist, man. My name is Juan. Oh, so your name is Juan. The other time.
Listen, I'm sorry if I'm sorry if Sergeant Pepe over here just one shot, one kill.
That shit was a bloodbath, man. Like and the thing
Absolute
of it,
bloodbath.
I mean, and the thing of it is, it's like, you know, because we've seen modern movies and stuff, seeing this, I have to imagine back then, because I know, you know, I've read up on the fact that a lot of critics were just like shook seeing the amount of just visceral like carnage this whole shit was.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, it was just new for them back then. They didn't start really doing that shit until like mid 60s, you know, where they really started showing violence like that.
And you know, like that last part with Dutch and Pike. Shout outs to Pike because he got hit like 4 times. Dude is bleeding out, and he manages to finish off like the entire rest of the Federales with that machine gun.
Yeah, seen a
you know, I got to be honest with you on this. This is just D saying this. The Federales suck. You mean to tell me you
just walked into that?
You let 5 white guys roll y'all. Well, no, 4.
It was really 4.
You got 4.
The remaining 4.
That ain't even a bunch. That's a couple of them.
Well, for some reason,
a bunch of them.
Wait. Well, hold on. Do you see? They did it smart. They used the shock.
Wild feud.
They used the shock of the general being killed in front of them. Then they murdered the German advisor, and then they murder everybody else within like a 20-step radius.
You know what I gotta say? You know,
they did it quick enough for them to reach the machine gun, and that just tipped the scales on everything. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, you're exactly right, man. If you take out the queen and take out at least a rook or a knight, you kind of get what you get. So
at that point, you just shoot that pawns. Numbered Federales.
Numbered Federales. 4 of them using the Wilhelm scream 3 goddamn times. Wonder how much that shit cost back in the day.
A lot.
I did Wilhelm scream. How many? About 7 of them.
A lot of Wilhelm screams.
Bro, let me tell you something. When Dutch saw Pike get hit by them last 3 shots that pretty much did him in, I love that. Pike, no! Yo, he was a real one. Dutch was a real one, man.
I mean, yeah.
I felt bad because
I don't know about that, man. Dutch, you remember how Dutch grabbed that one broad? It was like,
yes, he used her as a shield. I like how he was he held the gun and hold on. No, he had the gun pointed at them, used her as a human shield while holding a titty.
That's multitasking, dude.
That's how you go out, man. That's how you go out, man. I'm gonna have a chubby.
I just remembered something about Dutch. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure y'all know about this. Y'all know that Dutch was supposed to be played by either Charles Bronson, Jim Brown, Sammy Davis Jr., Steve McQueen, or George Pepperard as Dutch.
Yep.
All these gentlemen were going to play Dutch.
Charles Bronson sounds about right for Dutch.
Okay, now this is
Blake, because this is really what we want to do.
Hey, Blake, you're gonna be sure. If we're gonna get those Mexican hookers, I want the fat one.
It's a death wish.
Jim Brown. Shut up. Shut up. Jim Brown would have been That would have been the role Negroes needed.
I mean, because this predates
because
this definitely predates Buck and the Preacher, right?
Yeah, because definitely this would have been one of those situations where they would have had to give him a background where he was like a Buffalo Soldier or something. So black people like, yeah, but we gotta see this.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Why Sammy? Now here's the thing.
Boring.
No.
Like, hey man.
Hey, let me tell you something, Pike. This man over here. No. See, this one. Now here's the thing.
No, I would imagine
Sammy Davis was actually a good actor.
This would be Sammy acting. This would not be Rat Pack Sammy. This would be legit Sammy. But yet you can still hear the Rat Pack in him when he says, "Hey man."
And I'm sorry because I only know two different versions of it: Rat Pack and Jive Nigga.
And this is 1969.
Because you know it's gonna be like, hey man, what the fuck you got us doing? Got us over here shooting these motherfuckers. I fuck with you.
all of them were actually supposed to play.
Steve McQueen is actually the one that actually got me because I look at all of them. You would think Steve McQueen would probably got, but I think he had to be busy at the time, man. He had to be busy. He probably saw him that he would win the second in that. Like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm gonna do Lamar's, nigga. I don't want to do this shit.
You know what's funny from what I've read up on too is that despite how long the shoot was, didn't have any big injuries. Only people that got injured, I think, was it Ben Johnson had a broken finger, and William Holden burned his arm from a squib. That's it.
Now. Do you want to be dark? Yeah, I'm gonna say even with Hollywood covering up, it probably wasn't a lot in them. It probably, you know what I'm saying? It probably really wasn't that much anyway. You know, there's probably like one or two is like, yeah, the public don't even know about that one. You know what I mean?
Look,
let's just say there was like 4 of those tops. That's still very fucking low.
I felt bad for
the
bank teller getting kicked out and having to take all them bumps. I'm like, how the fuck is he still alive? Because I know they didn't have no pads like that compared to today.
Shout out to the obvious stunt double for Ernest Bergnine where he fell between the trains and you saw him lift up. It is this clear dude that's younger and more leaner up top. I'm like, that's Ernest. I don't know what y'all talking about. He was in the Navy.
But see, here's
respect
the
him. That man was in the armed forces.
Which one was funnier, that one or Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop?
Which Eddie Murphy?
No. The stunt
Which
double
one?
for Eddie.
The
stunt double for Eddie Murphy. That was obvious.
No.
Obvious.
100%.
Oh yeah, the obvious.
Obvious. That looked like my dad in the afro. Stunt double for Eddie Murphy.
I need to see. I can't wait for us to. I can't wait for us to get.
Sorry, I don't have the oversized mustache.
I can't wait until we get one of these movies where it's a light-skinned dude that we see in action, and then his stunt double is a clear as day white person. I am waiting for the day we trip over a movie like that.
It's not enough.
It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna be a movie where none of us gonna see. Like, yo, why do I talking about this?
Chris, that dude. I mean, that stunt double had on a dusty ass gray sweater too.
I mean,
different ass nigga.
It's not enough.
A bigger afro.
It's not enough that we hear about dudes. It's not enough we hear about dudes putting on wigs and being stunt doubles, which I'm gonna get you sucker parody, which I still think is fucking hilarious.
Man, we see what where Carl Weathers got there. I think we were doing what's the face where we did Action Jackson like that ain't Carl. It was something where he rolled out. We like that ain't Carl.
That dude has lack of muscle mass. That ain't Carl, bro.
That's a smaller black dude and maybe an older black man too.
Hey Mac, what are we doing here?
That dude is slightly and maybe older than Carl Weathers.
So guys, I wanted to point out something else was the overall theme of the movie. One of the themes of this movie was betrayal. Betrayal probably being one of like the big things that you see throughout the entire film. Like basically characters suffer from their own knowledge of having betrayed somebody.
Uh-huh.
I mean, hell, the first line that we got from Pike was $10,000 cuts an awful lot of family ties.
Mm-hmm.
Back then,
message.
Hey, $10,000, you were fucking rich. All right.
And then, but then at the same time, he also says when you side with a man, you stay with him. And if you can't do that, then you're some kind of animal. Basically, he contradicted his own morals, his own principles.
But that was the whole point. Is the movie was really like, where does your loyalty lie? Where does your morality lie? Also, because that's the bigger part. It would like fuck loyalty, but because when Dutch had a chance, when Dutch had a chance, when Angel was about to get taken, he had a chance right there to stand up for that nigga, but he didn't. He was like, man, that's all right. But then he got home, he's thinking like, nah, this shit ain't right.
Well, like I said,
right.
they tried to buy.
Like, where does your morality? Where's your morality lie? Where's your loyalty lie? You know what I mean?
But that was the whole point. Like, that was the whole point of leaving him because, think about it. They got the money, and he figured, all right, listen, you're going to do this thing. You're pretty much on your own. And even though he agreed to it, which is why he never snitched, it didn't sit right with him, especially with Pike, knowing that Dutch came back by himself and then finding out dude's still alive. He was left to be humiliated. He figured, fuck it. We're going to bury the gold. We're going to take a little bit over there and we're going to try to buy him back. We're going to buy his freedom, basically. Like, bro, you guys did enough. You humiliated him. The man learned his lesson. Just give him back to us. The man's done. All right. Just give him back to us.
I give you,
and
one
really,
more.
It was guilt. They legit felt guilt.
I give you one more on the whole thing about loyalty. I'm gonna look at Thornton. Look at Thornton this whole time. Despite Thornton can't stand into a second of Pike and all the rest of that shit, it's this weird love that he got for this dude. Where like, look, I'm gonna put you in the ground, but yet there's still this not only unfinished business as two dudes that may got to settle a beef between each other, but
never did.
Y'all were obvious friends.
They were definitely friends.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all never got to settle that point. So this is him going to catch. Yeah, Thornton was trying to catch him, but the whole time it was like, I'm trying to get back to my folks, because when it came up to where you have nothing to do, you're done with your mission. What do you do now? I'm gonna go back to what I used to do with motherfucking Pike, nigga.
But here's the
but
other.
Actually,
What it was he by the time he got to the by the time he got up to where the big where the final gunfight took place, not just everybody was dead, dude was tired. Like he had that look like, I'm done with this shit. I don't even want to kill. I don't even want to kill this guy anymore.
But the fact I give you one way early in the. I'm sorry, Chris. I give you way early in the movie. Remember, he said, "What you gonna do?" He said, "No, I need men. Don't give me recruits. I need men, because if I had Pike, that's what Pike would have done. He would have got somebody." And the whole time he's going down there, I don't believe I'm with these fucking redneck. These fucking Peckerwood ass motherfuckers. I can't believe if I was Pike, man. Back in the day, man, we had the set, nigga.
But the fact that Thornton is to the point to where he just lets the rest of the guys fucking take all the stuff off Pike and them and take them back for the fucking reward, and he's just like you said, Sue. He's like, he's tired. He's done.
Yeah, he's done. In fact, the biggest sign was he rolls up to Pike's corpse. And he finds a fully loaded revolver, and he took that as a sign that the days of guys like him were long over.
I mean, dude, Thornton literally joins the fucking revolution against
the
government at the end,
which, by the way, led by old man Sykes, because everybody thought, he's bleeding out, he's done, he's dead. Even after they grabbed up all the men, and Pike was, Thornton's going, I'm not going back with y'all. I'm good. Come to find out, that was the smartest decision that he made, because all the first of all, Sykes was still alive. He met up with the rebels, including the old man from Angel's Village. They killed the bounty hunters, buried them, and Sykes invites Thornton to join the revolution with the Mexican government.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said, Tevin said it best too. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of redemption is pretty much just from Geeks' perspective. That's all it really is. Like, some people didn't catch that, but it didn't really hit me until Red Dead 2 that I was like, son of a bitch, this is god damn it, how did I not see that?
So and that's and I thought
that was how the movie ends.
And I thought that was kind of cool, because even at the end, like I said, even at the and I wouldn't say it comes full circle for him, but It almost kind of does. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It almost kind of does. But at the same time, yeah, like it's time for y'all to move on. It ain't in America because nigga, we about to put concrete on the ground, nigga. So that's not about to happen in America.
Nigga
Now
said-
Mexico is still it's still gonna be a bit wild west of Mexico till about 1930, 1940-ish. So
Mhm.
you can kind of have fun with that. But
Yeah, but the days of
But
being
yeah,
an
but the days
outlaw,
of
the days of being
outlaw,
the outlaw gunslinging ocelot ass niggas was done.
and like I said, a lot of the movies, a lot of the samurai movies were based off of that same thing, where it's like, homie, put the sword down.
It's like,
What are you doing?
Your days of being a Ronin really need to just end already.
I'm sorry. What are you? I'm a Ronin. That's nice.
That's cute.
Ain't you supposed to be with the army? Yeah, the army, the Japanese army. You know we're a nation now, right? White people come here now.
They no longer have. That's the set. Like Liquid Snake says, they live in a world that no longer needed them.
Exactly. And that's the way you see it, like a lot. Some of these cowboy movies do come around at where it's like I said, the end of the era, the late 1800s, 1909 and shit. You know what I mean? Or the real good ones where it's like 1924, but you still seeing cars, but it's like really wild west shit. So it's still kind of like, but yeah, that era. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? like, no, real talk. I'm sorry, I hate saying this. Dog, why you breaking out the cardboard and break dancing, nigga? What you doing, nigga? That's a lotto concert. What you doing, nigga?
It's like, what is
Children
this?
are not doing this no more, son.
Hey, so
Man,
gentlemen,
Cameron said it the best. Man, the days is over.
So, gentlemen, get this. On May 15th, 2013, The Wrap reported that Will Smith was in talks to star in and produce the remake of The Wild Bunch. The new, I know they've been planning new remakes and stuff for a while, but hold on. The new version was going to involve drug cartels that follows a disgraced DEA agent who assembles a team to go after a Mexican drug lord and his fortune. No director has been chosen, and a new screenwriter is being sought. Yes, D, you're muted.
That is at least 7 of the last 25 Steven Seagal movies that have come out.
Correct.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't want to watch it. See, here's the thing. The Wild Bunch is doing, like, everybody said, I want to make the same movie. Yeah, you can make the same movie, but is it the same movie? You know what made that movie special? It had its own unique story, its own unique flavor, and all the rest of that shit. A lot of the stories that we see today are stories that we have already seen. We've already seen them. Is what type of blend are you going to put to it? What thing are you going to make it your own? Even if you're going to make it a remake, make it a guy that you see what True Grit did. True Grit pretty much did the same thing, but hey, let's make it rated R for 2012. That's exactly what they did.
Or Scarface. Scarface was a remake.
Yes. Scarface was a remake. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a good one though. I don't think that's
it is, dude. Look at the 1930 Scarface.
Well, still in the sense of what you're saying, yeah.
It's a remake.
Yeah.
They even dedicated the 80s movie to the 30s. But a couple of years prior to the 2013 story of Will Smith being in the Wild Bunch, there was going to be one in 2011, but in 2012, Tony Scott committed suicide, who was supposed to direct it, and project pretty much went in limbo.
Yeah, they've been trying their hardest to sit there and do that. I've seen more reversions of Samurai 7 than I have of the Wild Bunch and them trying to do stuff of that. Because I've seen more variations of that than like the Wild Bunch.
And in 2018, Mel Gibson was supposed to co-write and direct a new version of Wild Bunch.
As of this year, he's still in line to still write that, by the way.
Damn. I mean, I would like to see.
If anybody can do it, it'll probably be Gibson, but how good would it be? How good would it be? I'm being dead serious. Like Gibson, I know Gibson has lost a lot of the juice he had because he went on the Jews like that, but real talk, how good is it going to be? Gibson. If anybody hasn't been seeing Gibson's latest movies, he's all right. Gibson ain't there. Mel Gibson is still fucking Mel Gibson.
You know who you get to help produce it? Tarantino.
The
Gibson Tarantino project of the Wild Bunch. It'd be dope.
But here's the thing, though.
Tarantino would be down for it, though.
I think Tarantino
He put out
probably
after putting out Hateful Eight, he can at least produce it. He doesn't have to direct it, but just produce it.
Not even so much that, Eris. I think he's already been called to be like, on set for a lot of these westerns like that anyway. And he's probably always in talk to, like, I guarantee you, when they did Magnificent Seven, he was probably the first 3 directors they called. I guarantee you he was. You know what I mean? So that's all.
Yes, and yes, Tevin, I've already introduced this movie, Extreme Prejudice, to the guys. We will be talking about it, and I agree.
I forgot that's the name of the movie because I was trying to look it up.
It's it's more of a spiritual successor, definitely.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, I laugh because this straight to VHS movie called Mercenary Fighters, starring fucking Red Brown and Ron O'Neal and the chief from RoboCop. Basically it's Avatar. Except it's mercenaries going into Africa, and then Red Brown and Superfly helping out the Africans. It's Avatar.
So
it's Dances with Wolves. You've seen this plot before.
So you're saying Red Brown himself became an African, and he's also African himself.
No, because he has sex with the white doctor. And hold on. And the only reason why he's helping the Africans in the first place is because she's it's some classic white man doesn't care about what black people until something whatever. They ain't the point of the movie. But when you look at, like I said, it's Avatar. If you watch, but it's like it's Avatar. It's Dance of Wolves. You've seen that plot before, and I remember you and me getting arguments with one of our friends. His name is Lucas, who defends the living shit out of Avatar. I will give him this. He said it's the best version of Dances of Wolves you ever fucking seen. And I said, you got me there.
Folks.
That's what it's all about.
Folks, open your third eye. Avatar is a tech demo, just like The Bouncer was a tech
if you
demo.
Don't shut up, you hater. You a hater on that one, Chris.
Hey.
Does a
hater own the Blu-ray of Avatar? I own the Blu-ray of Avatar, so I respect the gangster of it, but I can admit it's a tech demo. It's a tech demo, all right?
As a hater, look, Chris, I don't want no parts of Black Panther, but as you see, this is my favorite.
The strength of the Black Panther. Hey, I'll buy Avatar Way of the Water on there. Oh shit, we got spam. New private dating chat. Holy shit.
Yeah, we did. Thanks. Thank you, Harris. I appreciate it.
First off, man, don't do that.
Hold on,
Yes, folks. There was an issue of Black Panther where a Wakandan lady braided Spidey's hair in cornrows. It was the funniest shit ever. It's fucking hilarious.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So listen. Even my man Harris here said the same thing. We all had somebody in our family, mostly either our pops or our uncles, that love westerns.
Grandfather all day. Every western,
grandfather.
Every western you could think of, he was watching whenever he came over, all the time.
And we appreciate the compliment. Thank you, sir.
And y'all dumbass kids with your fucking westerns. I mean, with your fucking stupid super spiders and the black cactuses and all that. I'm getting sick of all these comic book movies. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to turn to the Western channel.
Here's the thing.
By the way, that's the reason why D is not in the comic book movies no more. That shit.
You do realize we're gonna hit like in our 70s and we're gonna turn on a TV
comic book channel.
The comic book channel, the Black Panther, it's featuring Chadwick Boseman.
No, not even that. Not even that one. It's going to be so much so of the. Okay.
Blade.
This is my little bit of history when it comes to westerns, because like I said, my father-in-law, this nigga did was watch westerns, and they used to show all these old shows, and that I just thought about, like, what old show would they show, D? Oh my God, they're gonna show episodes of Mutant X, ain't they? Like that just ripped through my head. Here's me. They're gonna get desperate. They're gonna show the tattoo alien fighters from Beverly Hills. They're gonna get desperate to show that crap, ain't they?
Coming up next on the comic book channel, it's Nightman Marathon.
A marathon of Mathis. And hold on, this is where it gets sad for everybody that's a millennial. It's a marathon of Mathis. Here you are, Rodney. Here you are, Rodney. You're 75 years old, sitting on the couch. Oh man, this is what I'm talking about. Mathis was good back in the day. Hey, Granddad, how many times you seen this marathon? This is the 8th time I seen it, boy. But you gotta understand, this was the first Black superhero on television. That's what you want to be at, Rodney. So, Rodney, you have a chance to change your life, change the future, sir. You don't want that to be your future, but guess what? That's what you're headed at, nigga.
Let me ask you this, Steve. Have you showed your kids Meteor Man? I'll take it as a no.
Thank you.
At some point, though, are you going to show it to them or just whatever? Okay, that's a no again. I feel you have to show it to them for the culture at least one time.
Why?
Just to see how long. No. Just to see how long it takes before they tap out.
They saw Chadwick Boseman leap from the tree like a cat. They're good.
All right, Joe.
If anything, though, Chris, I need those dudes to smell, take it up, drink it, whatever they need to do, of Wesley Snipes in that club killing all those vampires. Now, that I need to do for my children. That's more for the culture and D's opinion, but whatever.
Yeah.
All
but anyways,
so what we got next week, yo?
Next week, shit. Oh my God, I had it actually on my thing. But yeah, by the way, Harris, I'd like to say, y'all, I really did enjoy doing this shit because it's, like I said, we're going to do more Westerns in the future. Let everybody know that we're not, I don't know what we're going to do in particular yet. Nothing really planned, but we are going to do more Westerns. Anyway, next movie, we're going to dumb it down a whole lot. And we're going to dumb it down a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit action-packed, a little bit crazy. Fuck it. We're doing Dante's Peak. That's right. The volcano blowing up movie. That's right. The other movie with Linda Hamilton.
All I'll say is this: if you ever thought that you will ever want to see an old lady burn to death, Dante's Peak is for you.
Dante's Peak
and Volcano were two movies I always got mixed up before I realized Volcano was like, really? Volcano lava in the middle of LA? All right, I guess.
Volcano was silly. Dante's Peak was some dude seeing Mount St. Helens blowing up going, what if I make that bitch a movie?
Let's be real. The blowing up of Mount St. Heaven is the worst like nightmare
for a lot of people, because that was the first time they saw a mountain of that big. Also, a mountain in America explode. So white people, how it is for them, man.
I mean, we were in an era. I mean, we talked about it with Twister. We were in an era of like natural disasters. Nature is fighting back, and you got Volcano, Dante's Peak, Twister, all these other fucking movies, and I'm like, all right.
I remember, like I said, we did Twister. That was funny because I still remember when we first got into the podcast, Eris. And it was a very famous episode for us because that was Eris's last episode in Japan, and that's still today one of the that one and Light It Up are two of the best ones because Eris knew that he was leaving the stadium and he was dropping 65. Those two episodes, Eris is hilarious in. But anyway, but Eris said it the best when we did Twister. He said, "Hey guys, I mean this with no racism in my heart. This is the whitest movie we have ever fucking done. No, seriously, guys, there's not a black person in here except the tornado."
That tornado had black Air Force One energy. That was some black ass shit right there.
Oh my god! But yeah, like
rolled
I said,
through a block with black high top forces.
boy stomped half of fucking Oklahoma in one night. No, in the span of 2 days. Almost the span of 2 days. Killed thousands of Oklahoma. But it brought together Bill.
Hey. The lesson, kids, don't ever let a tornado come between you and your ex-wife. All right.
Also, y'all. When you go into tornado business, don't do it for the money. I love it. Like, oh, that's justice. He's in it for the money. He's not in it for the science. Yeah. Listen to that episode,
as Bill Paxton is driving his fucking sweet bitchin' new fucking truck, saying he didn't do it. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, how you doing this, Bill? Well, as you know, this is the all new Dodge 2500 Ram with full. Anyway, y'all, next episode is Dante's Peak. We will see you next week.
Peace. Like a rock.